So first thing we're going to go through is what we call cockpit drills. So before the seatbelt actually goes on, what we're interested in doing is our seating position.
Right.
So you see, do you know what any of those pedals are?
No.
Okay, so on the right hand side you've got your accelerator,
Yeah.
and then in the middle you've got your brake. That's both going to be done with your right foot. Then the left pedal is your clutch. So what I need you to do is to push your clutch, your left foot fully in.
What now?
That's it, yeah. So can you see that you're really stretched?
Yeah.
So if you've got one hand on the steering wheel and there's a bar underneath
Yeah.
the seat, pull yourself forward and then recheck again. So just push it all the way down so that you feel comfortable. Does that feel comfortable, or
Yeah.
does it need to go
I don't
forward,
know.
or you're pretty okay?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. Now you know why we didn't put a seatbelt
Yeah.
on straight away, because otherwise it would have been a little bit more awkward. Next thing is the steering wheel can alter, but you don't necessarily need to. You
Okay.
shouldn't need to. Now your seatbelt can go on. And then the next thing we'll do is look at our mirrors. So what we're interested in doing is get the maximum view possible behind you with that mirror. If you need to alter it, just use both hands, keeping them off the glass, and just move your mirror if you need to. Or is that pretty comfortable?
That's fine.
You happy? Yeah. What about your outer mirrors? What you're interested in doing is you'll probably see about a thumb's width of the vehicle,
Yeah.
and you should see the back door handles quite comfortably.
Yeah.
They are quite big mirrors, these, which is beauty, so they don't really need that much setting. But when you get into vehicles, other vehicles, you might have to manoeuvre them around. If that's the case, we use the arrows that's down the bottom, and then you alter the mirror, which mirror you're using, by the second button, which is just there.
Okay.
Okay, that's your DSSM. Just go through that routine each time you get in the vehicle, and all
Yeah.
it is just to make sure you can reach the pedals, you're comfortable, and you can see everywhere around you. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
Right, now we're going to go through the controls. So the gears, every time we do a gear change you're going to have to use the clutch. So we'll push the clutch in. So to get gear 1, for instance, we've got neutral between the 3 and the 4. So you push it up, push it across to the left and push up to 1. Get gear 2, get in with the clutch, keeps the pressure, and then into 2. 3, relax, it'll go all the way up to 3, and back to 2, just a little pressure, back to 2. Okay, so if you push your clutch all the way in and have a little practice. So over to 1.
Yeah.
So just like that. That's it. Okay, now we're going to go gear 2. So with the clutch in, keep it to the left and let it go all the way down. And then into 3, just let it relax all the way forward, and then put yourself back into neutral, which is just let it go, and then a little bit more forward, just so you can shake it, it will be there. Now you can rest your foot. Happy on that?
Yeah.
Gears. You seem a bit worried. Handbrake, all you're going to do is lift it up, button in, all the way down, that's your handbrake is off.
Okay.
Button in, lift up, and that is your handbrake. Have a little practice on the handbrake. So lift up slightly first to release the ratchet, a little bit more. There you go, then all the way down, and then back on. There we go. Good. And the next is the indicator, which is here. To go left, you push it downwards.
Where?
To go just here, this arm here.
Oh,
To go right, you push it upwards.
okay.
Okay. Happy on all of those?
Yeah.
Yep, have a little practice on it. So down, and then to the right. Good. It will go off from there. Just let it'll go one click and then turn off. Right, now we're going to do precautions for starting the car. Handbrake, we'll just make sure is on, and we're in neutral. Now we've just done that 2 seconds ago, so we already know that that's
Yeah.
okay. And now all you're going to do now is turn the key a little bit more forward until the engine starts up. A little bit more. Oh, and there you go, that's the engine started. Okay, right, now we're going to get ready to move ourselves off. So we would normally drive 10 to 2, quarter to 3 steering, so our hands move around the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever heard of a phrase called biting point?
No.
Okay, so we're going to get ourselves used to this today. So biting point is something that when you're in gear 1, ready to go, you need to raise the clutch up until what we call you feel the bite of the
Right.
engine, and it stops you from rolling backwards.
Okay.
That's all it is. Okay, so what I would like you to do is to push your clutch in,
All the way.
all the way in, Yep, and select gear 1. So all the way in and then select gear 1. Good. Now we're going to raise it up to the bike. Now it's about a couple of inches up and you can hear it change the engine noise. So just raise it up. Feel that change?
Yeah.
Right, good. Put your hand down to the handbrake, ready to use the handbrake. And then all you're going to do is to make sure it is safe both directions. And if it is, all you're going to do then is take the handbrake off. You're not going to roll backwards because you've got your bite. And then the other thing is I've got the controls here to stop you from going backwards, to make it comfortable for you. So, good. Just raise the clutch a little bit more, just ever so slightly, and then just take your handbrake nicely off. So lift up slightly first, so lift up and then down. Good. So make sure it's safe. Raise the clutch a little bit more, 2 hands on the steering wheel, and then all you're going to do is to steer to your left. Keep it steering, keep steering, lots of it, keep steering. Raise the clutch a little bit more. So it's 1.5 steers, so there is quite a bit. And then steer backwards, quick steers. There we go. And then we're away. Now let the clutch come fully up and just put a little bit of push on the accelerator.
The right
which
one?
is the right way, just a little. That's it. You can always come away from the accelerator and it'll naturally slow. So you haven't got to worry too much. Alright. So see, we're going to treat this road as two-way. So when you go work your way around, just keep yourself nicely over to your left. And then again, just steer yourself around. Just keep steering it until you become straight. You can always come off the accelerator. That'll naturally slow you down. And now straighten up your wheel. Big quick steer to your left. And then again, we're going to do the same. Go forward and then work your way nicely to your right. So. There we go. Good. So with the clutch, you can either have your foot hovering above the clutch or you can put it onto the ground. But when we come to use the clutch, we just got to remember to put your foot back. That's all it is. Have a little boost in the accelerator. Just have a, because we're in a straight line, you've got to just get the feel for it. How's that feel?
Weird. It's weird being on this side of the car.
And go a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is show you what engine brake is. So increase your speed a little bit more and keep it consistent there a minute. That's
What, round here?
No, just keep going forward.
Okay.
But you go on the accelerator, just that little bit more. Keep on the accelerator, keep it going, a little bit more. That's it. Now if you come off the accelerator,
Yeah.
can you see how you naturally slow down?
Yeah.
Right, now we're going to pull over to the left. So if you indicate to the left, so just put your indicator down. So as you work your way in, steer away, and steer away, straighten up your wheel again, dip your clutch fully in, and a very gentle brake. They are very sharp, these brakes.
Wait, how do I?
Clutch fully in,
Yeah.
and then ever so gentle on the brake.
Is that the
middle
middle
pedal.
one? Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Keep the feet there. Keep them
Okay.
there.
What, on the brake?
Yep. Now
Okay.
you can put your handbrake on.
Okay.
There we go. Now you can put yourself into neutral. That's it. A little bit more this way. Good. And now rest your feet.
Okay.
How was that?
Weird.
All right. It's just getting used to it. That's all it is. Okay. So, what did you find the most weirdest part? All about?
Just the brakes quite hard.
Yeah. Don't worry. We've got
I don't
plenty of
know.
time in which to learn all this and get yourself used to it. So you're absolutely fine. So what we're going to do now is go a little bit more involved into moving yourself off from the side of the road.
Okay.
And then we're going to get ourselves used to stopping as well again. So for us to move off, we have this routine called POM, Preparation, Observation, Manoeuvre. So we've actually literally already started to do it. Preparation, clutch in gear 1. Observation is 6 points. So you're going to look over your left shoulder, over your window, mirror, forward, mirror, mirror. And finally, you're going to look over your right hand blind spot. So that's what we call our 6-point observation. So that's the O. The M is the manoeuvre. So what we then do is indicate to tell people we're moving off. You would find the biting point, so you just raise the clutch up to the bite, hold it there. Once you've got the bite, you can then take your handbrake off. But at this stage, because you're using a handbrake, you can either be on or off the accelerator. So if you want to move quicker, you could actually be on the accelerator.
Okay.
The handbrake will come off. You just gently raise the clutch and You steer outwards a little bit because we normally drive a metre off our left. As we're increasing the speed and positioning ourselves,
Yeah.
we would then have to have a little look in the mirror just to see what else is behind us.
Okay.
And then all we'll do is continue, and then what I'll then do is I'll get you to pull back in on the left. So I'm going to get you to check the mirror again. I'm then going to get you to signal,
Yeah.
and because we're going relatively slowish, I'll get you to push the clutch fully in, just so you're getting yourself used to the brakes, and I'll get yourself just a very gentle brake stop. Okay.
Yeah.
So whenever you're ready, let's prepare the car. So clutch in gear 1, left foot, push your left foot in, your clutch, fully in, left foot, and then over to the left. Clutch fully in, your left leg, you need to push your, there it is, so it's fully in. Now across to the left, and up. I think you've gone 3 there, so good. Let's have a good look. So we're looking all the way around. There's it. Indicate now to the right. Find your bite, so raise the clutch up until it changes noise. If it's still safe, take your handbrake off. So lift up slightly first. Good. Keep raising the clutch. A little boost in the accelerator at the same time. And that's it. Work your way out a little bit. Then straighten yourself up and then take your indicator off. Good. And then let's have a little look in the mirrors. But keep yourself going forward. Let the clutch come fully up. Now we'll pull over to the left again. Check in the mirrors. Indicate left. Work your way slightly in. Start dipping your clutch if you want. Fully in with the clutch. Straighten yourself up. Steer away a bit. Steer. And dip your clutch. Fully in with the clutch. Left foot. And a gentle brake. Okay, keep the feet there. Handbrake goes on. Into neutral. Now you can rest your feet. Alright, there you go. See how that was a lot smoother for yourself?
Yeah.
And that's all it is getting yourself comfortable with them.
It's because you push so hard on that one, you think you're going to do the same with the brake.
Yeah,
but
now
you
what
don't.
you've got is the accelerator doesn't go that much, the brake hardly goes anything, but the clutch has got a long way to travel
Yeah.
when it comes to that. Right, let's move off again. So prepare the car, clutch in gear 1. That's it, good, keep the
Do you want
clutch
to put
in.
this down?
Before that though, remember the observation?
Yeah.
Going to make sure it's safe. Now there is a car coming up behind, so we can get rid of him if you want, make that a bit easier. Oh, he's pulling in, so we'll indicate now to your right, hand down to the handbrake, take your handbrake off, gentle up on the clutch, a little boost on the accelerator, reposition yourself to a metre off the left, so keep a little more boost on the accelerator if you want, and then a recheck and we're away. And allow the clutch fully up, and if you want you can put it on the floor if you want to. If not,
Where
if you
do I
want,
go? Let's check.
yep, just carry yourself on, but go a little bit on the accelerator. So all we're going to do now for the next minute or 30 seconds, just follow the road.
Okay.
That's it. But if you want, use a little bit more on the accelerator, and keep about a metre off on the left all the time. But you do need it, if you can, just go a little bit more on the accelerator, just to keep it about at least 10 or 12 miles an hour. Power it up a bit. There we go. Just so you're getting comfortable with it, that's all. There you go. And then just keep going and just follow the road. So just keep working on your steer, just keep following it. Now, we would normally have done a gear change by now, but I'm not worried about doing that. We'll do that later. I just want you to get yourself comfortable with the car. Keep slightly to the right, just that little bit. That's it. Now, at the end of this road, there is a roundabout, and what we're going to do is go around the roundabout. So there's a lot of steering involved, and we will steer a maximum of 1.5 steers to your right. So if you want, you can just ease off a little bit off the accelerator. That's it. Plenty of room for both of you. Okay, there's your roundabout. So if you keep as best to your left as possible, because that'll help to get the turn, but keep it on the road. Steer to the right a bit. Good. Keep going forward. Now full lock to the right. Keep steering it off the accelerator. Keep steering off the accelerator, so just
Oh.
let the steer do the work and then straighten yourself back up. There you go. And then boost back on the accelerator.
Okay. So when you go round the roundabout, you don't need to put your feet on it.
All we're doing is slowing down. The most important
Okay.
thing is that you've got control of your steer.
Okay.
As you sort of progress with it, you can be quicker, but because your steering would be more effective as well.
Yeah.
Right, now we're going to do a gear to 2.
Okay.
Now to do that, come away from the accelerator,
Yeah.
push your clutch fully in,
Yeah.
and select a gear 2. Keep it to the left and all the way down. Clutch comes back up, and then you're away again. And that's now in a higher gear.
Okay.
Keep it nice, you've got plenty of room, so you're okay. So slide to the right just a little bit. And that's it. Keep the steer going. Continue yourself on. Just keep following. That's it, just following the road. And in a moment, what we'll do is just carry yourself on. We'll be pulling ourselves over to the left, but still keep yourself well away from the wall. So again, routine of mirrors, indicate left. Come over a little bit. Straighten yourself back up, steer away, straighten again, steer away, and just clutch fully in, gentle brake. Fully in with the clutch, fully in. Again, that clutch is just going to go that little bit more.
Okay.
Keep the feet there, keep it in, I've got it there. Put your handbrake on into neutral. Keep the clutch in, into neutral. Okay, and then rest your feet. So what you don't want to, when you do stop, you literally keep your feet there. You can take your foot off the brake when you've applied the handbrake, and you can take your foot off the clutch when you put yourself into neutral. Because if you try and take the clutch up and you're still in the gear, then you go into a stall.
Okay.
And if you come off the brake too early, you may roll backwards. So that's the reason for it. How's that feel so far?
Alright.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. So what we've done is you can see now your steering is starting to work.
Yeah.
We've increased the speed. We've done a gear change back up to your 2,
Yeah.
and also we're getting yourself used to stopping as well. So you're getting much more comfortable with that. And it's just half of it, just getting yourself used to that clutch does actually travel on the way in.
Yeah.
Right, when you're ready, let's continue again. That's it, so always prepare.
Which one do I need to do
Prepare,
first?
gear 1. Clutch fully in. And that's it, then it'll go that little bit more. Observe, so this is the O.
There's a car coming
Yep.
my way.
So we're just waiting because we've seen him. Okay, he's pulling in, so we can indicate, find the bite, look over, make sure you look over your shoulder again. And that's it. Now there is a car coming in quick,
Okay.
so just wait for that car to go. There's another one coming up. So because there's a delay, really look over right over your shoulder. There we go. Good. And then away you go. That's it. Just raise your clutch gently. That's it. It's worth steering out first, because when you straighten up your wheel, it'll probably go off.
Okay.
There we go. And then away you go.
Did it indicate it's like turn off automatically?
It will, depending on how much steering you're doing.
Okay.
It will. It's good in one way, but also other times it'll come off when you're trying to, and then you end up having to keep putting it on.
Okay.
So there'll be areas that you'll recognise that is going to happen, mainly
Yeah.
roundabouts. That's it. Keep going on the accelerator and continue onwards. where the blue cone is,
Yeah.
we are going to be turning left.
Okay.
So all we would do,
In.
mirrors will be in pairs. So if you look at your main mirror, look
Yeah.
ahead, left mirror,
Yeah.
and now you can indicate. And then keep a metre off, just work your way nicely around and steer it in. Come off the accelerator a bit, off, straighten yourself up, big steer, back, just straighten, steer away. Don't try not, you're oversteering a little bit. There we go, looking where you want to go. Big steer, big steer. Just pushing the clutch in so you can steer. Don't worry about the accelerator and straighten up. Watch your steer. So a lot of it's getting you used to steering,
Yeah.
and then we'll continue in a straight line forward. So in a moment I've got a nice little exercise for your steering. So we've still got a lot of work though. We're going to go left at the next blue cone,
Okay.
and then we come to a roundabout and we're going to go around the roundabout and turn right.
Where?
And that's it. And now that's the roundabout, and we're going to go around it. So
Where?
you're gonna
That
hit-
cone?
Yeah, go around it. That's it. Good. And now we're going to keep going forward.
What, here?
That's it.
Okay.
Watch your steering. Back to your side of the road. That's it. And then continue onwards. And then when you feel comfortable, let's go up to back up to gear 2 again.
Okay.
So again, just come away from the accelerator, down with the clutch, into gear 2, fully in with the clutch, fully in. You're going to 3 there, but also you're drifting into the middle. There we go. So up, push here. It's all right. We're just going to restart the car. So put yourself into neutral. That's it. Restart the car. Good. Back into 1, so over to the left and upwards. But you get yourself used to that because you're not pushing the clutch fully in. That's what's causing the problem. So what I want you to do is to pull your seat just a little bit more forward. There we go. Now, is that easier to push in? Right, back to gear 1. You're in 3. So remember, over to the left. Good. Let's make sure it's safe. And if it is, we can continue onwards. Just general clutch. There we go. Good. Continue. So build the speed up. So we'll build it a little bit more. And then in a moment, we're going to go back to gear 2. That's it. So let's try your gear 2. So off the accelerator, down with the clutch, and then 2. Good. Clutch is up. Clutch can come quicker, and then you're back on the accelerator. Steering. That's it. I'm just going to pull you just a little. It's just that they were on your side of the road. So it's just easy. Keep it nicely off the curb. So the difference this time is when we approach, just come to the right a little bit more. We are in a higher gear, so we're going to have to slow it down and drop to 1. So use your brakes to slow.
Now.
Yeah, brake, just a little brake. There we go, that's enough brake, off the brake. And let's go for gear 1. So clutch in, fully in with the clutch. There we go, clutch is back. So let the clutch come up.
Ooh.
Yeah, you went still up, you went back to the accelerator. That's it. And then all you're going to do, go forward a little bit more, and now full look to your right, looking where you're going. This is it. Straighten. And away you go. That's it. And then back to gear 2 again. First of all, think about your steering, and then gear 2. Off the gas, down with the clutch, watch your steering, gear 2. It's up, gas is on. gas went just a little early. So slide to the right a little bit, keeps up on the road. Okay, this time we're going to go up that big hill.
Okay.
So we will end up doing a left followed by a right to go up it.
Okay.
So as you approach the first cone,
yeah.
all I want you to do is gently slow down and drop to 1. So
Okay.
use your brakes first, just a little brake, ever so slight. That'll do. Off the brake. Now clutch in gear 1. Gear. That's it. Gentle clutch. Just let the clutch come up. 1, 2. Good. Keep yourself going forward. A little boost on the accelerator. Watch your steering. We're going up the hill.
Okay.
So you need to steer away a bit. Indicating left now. That's it. Keep steering it. And then get ready to go up the hill. Watch your oversteer. Steer it. Steer. Think about looking where you're going, and let your eyesight follow, and your steering will follow it. Okay, we've got some cones that are in the middle between these posts, and we're going to go in and out the cones.
Right.
So this is really going to work you on your steer.
Okay.
I'll help you with your controls of your feet. So just keep away from the accelerator. So steer right, and then work your way around. Big steers, lots of it. And then keep steering to get around them, and then around the next one. Keep steering. The nearer you get to them, the easier it becomes. So as soon as you clear it, steer back again. That's it, and back in. That's it. Come away from the accelerator. That's it. Just let the clutch do the work. That's it.
What, and these ones as
And
well?
these ones as
Okay.
well. So as soon as you clear it, start steering, or at least straightening, so that you get quite near. Right, start. There's it. Now straighten up. Now straighten up. Because think about where the cone is. All you're interested in doing is so start steering it back in, and then work your way in. Now start steering straight back now. Then there we go. And then back again now. Back again. And then what we're going to do in a moment is we'll go forward and straighten yourself up. That's it. And straighten up on the road. And then just, that's it. Okay, keep it straight. So just edge towards the cone. And then in a moment we'll stop the car. So that's it. Now we'll stop. Clutch fully in. Fully in with the clutch. Put your foot on the brake. Put your handbrake back on. Into neutral. Neutral. Good. And rest your feet. How did you find that with your steering?
Yeah, it's hard.
Okay, good. You were making it harder for yourself, because what was happening was if you can imagine what you've got as your cones going the way around. So realistically, if you went along and you're weaving in and out, what you was doing with your steering is you were going like that,
Right.
like that,
Yeah.
right. So you're actually putting on double the amount of steer.
Right.
So you're making it harder for yourself.
Yeah.
So if you sort of clear one, straighten up, go forward, and then steer to go around it, it just makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
And realistically, just taking the steer off earlier
Yeah.
makes it a lot easier. But the key thing there is to get yourself moving around that steering wheel.
Yeah.
That's the key thing there. Right, whenever you're ready, let's restart the car up. And then we're going to move ourselves off and just go to the right of the post. That's it. So just make sure it's safe. That's it. So it's worth an indicator. That's good. Just to raise the clutch gently. That's it. continue forward. So as we do go forward, there is a silver car that's sort of coming around and another car coming out. So we just still stay in your position. It's just being wary of them, but you can't go near the parked cars. Okay, they that's it. And then in a moment we'll be turning to the right. They go a little slow, so we always make sure we just keep our space. But we'll go forward a little bit more and just work your way around. Keep away from the accelerator because we still can't. Straighten up the wheel, straighten it up, and then just keep your distance. If you need to tap the brake at any stage, if you need to push the clutch in, they're both methods of just sort of slowing it down. Watch the steering. See how you're sort of just a little bit oversteering it.
Yeah.
So you probably don't need as much. That's what you're putting on. That's it. And then gear to 2. Keeping it straight. That's 4. To your left. That's it. And you will get the feel for where it goes, rather than needing to try and look at it. So it will make it a lot easier. Use your brakes just a little bit, just your brakes, and then gear 1. That's enough brake. Clutching, gear 1, clutch, gear 1. Good. Clutch up, off the accelerator, just raise the clutch. There we go. Yeah, you dipped the clutch and you felt as though you weren't going.
Yeah.
But it's the clutch at that slow speed that's sort of what's controlling it. Comfortable with your steering, let's try gear 2 again. Off the gas, lower the clutch. That's it, good. position in a minute to do a hill start, to start on a hill.
Okay.
So we're going to keep going forward for now. And then at the roundabout we also go straight ahead. Come to the right just a little bit, then we'll carry on. Gentle brake, drop to 1. Gear 1, clutch in, clutch in. I'm just going to put you to 1. Clutch to straighten up the wheel. Then this, by being going slower, just makes it a little bit easier. And we'll work our way around to your left. Off the accelerator a bit. There we go. Good. And then away you go. Just watch that oversteer. Right, this time we're going to go a straight line ahead.
Okay.
Nice to keep it nice and straight. So you've got an oncoming car as well, just keep it straight. Keeping off the cones a little, and then go in a straight line forward. So, now we're going to slide over to the left a little bit, just come over a little bit, and then we're going to, as soon as we get on the hill, we're going to stop the car.
Okay.
And that's it. So again, we'll just stop whenever you want, just here. Remember your feet, both feet, clutch in, clutch, gentle brake. Keep your feet there. Handbrake goes on into neutral. Good, and rest easy. Right, so we're going to do a hill start. We know about how the biting point works now.
Yeah.
Okay, we go to move ourselves off. If we haven't quite got the biting point, what do you reckon? And then you release the brake.
Roll back.
You're going to roll back. What's the first thing that you could do if that did happen?
Right.
Yeah, put your foot on the brake. It might seem weird, but some people, what they then do is they panic and go for the accelerator to try and put more power in to try and get it to overcome the hill.
Right.
But because you're already rolling back, it's not going to have an effect. So the crucial thing is, just like you said there, put your foot on the brake and then just take your time, restart your biting point again. That's all it is to it. And never go into a panic when you're driving. It's the panic that always causes issues.
Yeah.
It's just take the time on absolutely everything. Happy on that? So that's everything else we've done. The only difference now is we'll have a little bit of push on the accelerator when we come to move ourselves off. And then once you've done a hill start with the handbrake, I'll get you to do a hill start with a foot brake.
Right.
Okay. Right, so let's prepare it. So clutch in gear 1. That's your preparation. Good. Follow through your observation. Now the key is put a little bit of boost on the accelerator. Just take it above the 1, just a little bit. And just hold it there. Good. Find the bite. So, yep, can you hear it? Take the handbrake off. So lift up slightly. Lift up a bit more. There you go. And then your hill start. How's that?
Yeah.
Good. So keep yourself going. Keep raising. We're going to go around this post and then come down. Then we're going to come up and then we'll do a hill start with a foot brake.
What, round here?
Yeah. Just turn right. Go down the hill. That's it. Good. And what we're going to do then is the second post, do a U-turn and come straight back up.
Where?
See, this post is the first.
Yeah.
The second post, we're going to go around it, do a
Okay.
U-turn and go back up the hill. Now they're turning, so we're going to stop the car here, clutch in, and a little brake. Let's get rid of them. See where they're going as well. Find the bike and then work your way around, do a big U-turn and back up the hill. So, and again, maybe over to the left a little bit more. And then all we're going to do is just stop when we get on the hill. That's it. And then just stop the car. Feet, don't forget your feet. Feet. Stop the car. Good. Keep the feet there. Now we're going to move off. Just make sure it's safe. Just raise the clutch up to the bites. Okay, release the bites. Transfer your foot to the accelerator. And there you go. How was that? That was a hill start on there, going up a hill with the foot brake as well. That's it, just throwing off the post a bit. Let's go down the hill again. This time keep yourself over to the left. That's it, a bit more over to your left. See how you got 3 yellow boxes?
Yeah.
Keep yourself in the middle of the 3 yellow boxes. Middle. Yeah, over to your left, a bit more. Just nice, smooth on your steer. And then all we're going to do, keep it straight, and then just stop the car again. That's it, and stop. Good. That's it. Handbrake on into neutral. And rest easy. Okay, so far we've used the clutch for 2 things. We're going to get it used to a 3rd thing. So what do we use the clutch for? We'll use it for disengaging the engine when we stop.
Yeah.
Okay, which is, yes, stopping will do that. We also use it for, of course, the gear changes. And the other thing we're going to use it for is very slow movement.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to be going forward very slowly using the clutch. So what we're going to do with that is we're not allowing that clutch to come fully up.
Okay.
We're just going to be above the biting point. Once we've gone forward, we're going to get you to do it in reverse. And we're going to go backwards. Alright?
Okay.
So we're going to get you used to controlling that speed. So whenever you're ready, prepare the car. Gear 1. And again, just normal routine, just make sure it's absolutely safe. And if it is, just half the clutch, just be about where the biting point is, just release the brake and just go slowly forward, controlling the clutch. That speed is good. That's it, clutch in a little bit. See how you're going really slow.
Yeah.
There we go, we just keep going slowly like this. Going slow. And now we can stop the car. Clutch fully in, little brake. That's it, good. Right, now put your handbrake on and just put yourself into neutral for now. Oh, you came off the clutch. Just put it into neutral. Okay. To get reverse gear, all you're going to do is lift it up, push across and up, and that'll put you into reverse. Okay, so put yourself into reverse gear. Good. Now before we go back, we need to make sure it's safe. So again, just have a look around, making sure it's good. Just find your biting point, and then once you've got the bites, just take your handbrake off. Oh, keep clutching, just at the bites, take your handbrake off, and you're going to go back really slow. Release the brake, and then the foot brake there. Good. Good. Clutch in a little bit, and from time to time, just look over your shoulders as well as your mirrors. That's it. So you're literally looking all the way around you. And all we're going to do is just keep going back. That's it. Go. Okay. That's it. You're fine. Just raise your clutch a little bit. Put yourself in a little drain there. There it is. Good. We're past the drain. Keep working your way backwards. Steer ever so slightly to the right, just a little, and then straighten your wheel. There we go. Good. Keep working your way back, using both blind spots. So you're literally looking all the way around. That's it. Straighten your wheel. And keep coming backwards. A little bit boost on the accelerator. Bit of boost. Raise the clutch gently. Raise it. That's it. Good. And stop yourself there. Good. Okay, secure your vehicle again. How was that? Alright,
Yeah.
easy enough?
Yeah.
So it's literally, you can control your speed going backwards. So just by using that clutch, and as you've noticed, you needed a little extra boost from the accelerator just towards the end, just to help yourself get through.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to put all of that together, and we're going to look at doing a 3-point turn. You'll turn the car around. See that little area there?
Yeah.
Okay, when you're ready, work your way into the little box and keep yourself to the left. And again, before you move, just make sure it's safe. And where the red cone, see where the two blue cones are?
Yeah.
We're just going to park. So come over to your left a little bit more. Park between the red and the blue. So just keep going forward. So we're parking next to it. That's it. Just go in a straight line. Just a little bit more forward, and now you can stop the car. And stop. And stop. Good. Okay. Handbrake on into neutral. Good. So what we need to do now is to turn the car around to face that direction. Okay. We're going to do a 3-point turn on a turn in the road. So in a moment, we'll prepare it gear 1, go very slowly, just like we did. But as you start going very slowly forward, put on your full lock to your right hand side. So you're starting to work your way up towards those cones, the blue cones. As you sort of get relatively near to the blue cones, steer left to straighten your wheels. Okay, and then stop the car. We'll put ourselves into reverse gear. We'll make sure it's safe. We'll start to move backwards, steering more to the left, so that we end up working our way towards those cones. When we're about 90 degrees to the cones, we'll look over our right shoulder so you can see where you're going. As we're approaching them, we'll then steer to the right, stop, and then go in gear 1 and move out. Sounds a lot of information.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through it step by step to make it nice and easy for you. So prepare yourself, gear 1. Let's have a good look, left to right. And if it's safe, use half the clutch. Just find the bite. As soon as you start moving, that's it. Just gentle clutch. Big steer right. Big. There we go. Keep coming in. Now start steering left and dip your clutch and brake, and a little brake. Straight into reverse gear, just like you did before. So neutral first if you want. And then that's it. Good. So now we have a little look around, just make sure it's safe. So as we go backwards, we'll be steering again to the left to pull it this direction. So just release the brake. There we go. Good. Big steers to the left. Good. Little clutch. Good. Start to look over your right shoulder. Steer right. And now stop the car. There we go. Clutch fully in. Back to gear 1. That's 3. So into neutral. Over to the left and up. Make sure that it's safe. Find the bite, and we'll be steering right. That's it. Good. And a lot of steer to the right. That's it. And then as you come out, straighten yourself up, and then just stop your car. Good. Keep your feet there. Handbrake on into neutral. And that's easy. How was that? 3-point turn. When you first thought into doing it, you didn't think you were going to achieve it, did you?
No.
And there you go. So what you've got to think to yourself is, what have you done today? We've got ourselves, this is where this little book comes in.
Okay.
Alright, so what you've done is, at the very beginning of today, we prepared the car. In other words, you checked your doors, your seat, your seat belt, steering wheel, and of course the mirrors. We've done all of that. Then we're getting used to starting the car. Checking our brakes on, you're in neutral, and turning the car on. So we've actually getting yourself used to doing all of those things. We've also got ourselves used to moving off from the side of the road.
Yeah.
So using this POM routine. So preparing the car, gear 1, make sure, and then once you're in gear 1, then what you're then doing is observing, make sure it's safe. Whilst you keep your observing going, you then go into the move, which is find the biting point, and then once you've got the bite, indicators on, find the bite. Once you've got the bite, release the brake, and then pendulum effect with your clutch, and of course with your accelerator, you can move yourself off. Recheck your mirrors again once you're a metre off your left and going forward. Okay, so that's your moving off. Stopping. So again, when we're stopping, we're getting used to a little mirror work, and then we're just getting ourselves used to a little indicator, and then just slowly slowing down and stopping. So you're getting yourself more and more used to that, which is good. Steering, as I mentioned, this push-pull method, we're getting ourselves more and more comfortable with the steering, and again, with practice, the steering will become even better for yourself. Clutch control, so again, we've done it, getting ourselves used to that going very slow.
Yeah.
We're getting ourselves used to going up the gears. Also, our progressive braking is working better, so that when you're stopping, you're getting yourself more and more used to it. We've used reverse gear 1 and 2, so we're happy with that. And then what we have done is we pulled up on the left and we reversed in a straight line. And the other thing that you have now done is the turn in the road. So did you expect to achieve as much as that?
No.
Very good. Right, what we're going to do now is start your car, we'll do a big U-turn, and then we'll head down the road just here. That's it, and just a gentle clutch. And then do a big turn to the left. And then what we're going to do is go and park next to the 115. So we'll go forward and then just come along and park. That's it. And remember, as you work your way in, straighten up your steering wheel, dip your clutch fully, straighten up the wheel, a little bit more forward, just a little clutch. Steer left again a little bit more, off the brake, and then stop the car there, keep the feet there, put your handbrake on, into neutral, turn your engine off, and rest easy. If you just turn the key back on, just to put the electrics on, there we go. So how did you find all of that?
What?
Good. What did you find the best part?
I don't know, just driving continuously.
Okay, good.
Because I wanted to do something before I actually do my test.
Yes.
Well, my lesson.
Yeah, good. And would you actually do one of these again before doing your? Yep. It's quite good. It's definitely worth carrying on doing these, and it'll help you to your main road driving.